Howdy folks, and I hope you're all happy and healthy wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. But before we dive in, I would like to send a massive shout out to everyone who supported the channel, and please drop a like and hype on this preview as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're sure not to miss any of the 1/6 scale previews, reviews, news, showcases, tours and all that other 1/6 scale goodness. And before we kick off, I am going to apologise. I am made up with man cold, bugged up, coughing, spluttering, so if I fumble my way through this through a mile of mucus, I do apologise. But yeah, overnight Hot Toys have dropped another Predator figure on us. They are giving us the father Predator from Predator Badlands. They've already given us a Deccan Thia. So to add to that, we're going to have a trio, and they've given us Deck's dad. So let's dive in and have a look at what Hot Toys are offering. I've got to say, this is looking very, very impressive. On to the first picture. But before we dissect the first picture, I've got to say, I am not the world's biggest fan of Predator Badlands. It's not a bad movie. It is most certainly watchable, and it was brave to, I think anyway, to take the Predator franchise in a different direction. However, can it compete with the classic original Prey and maybe Predator 2? I don't think so, but I give it 10 out of 10 for bravery, and it looks good as well, as does this figure. Judging by this first shot, it looks superb. Regulars to the channel will know I will bang on about screen accuracy, I will bang on about proportions as always, and they look there in spades to me. Having seen the film, having seen this armour, it looks absolutely on point. And we're getting the first look at this sort of, it's sort of a gold style armour. You can see the armour looks absolutely authentic. He's got the cape there, the fur cape. The dreads, the white dreads, which are synonymous with this Njohrr, all look on point, as does that superb mask, that gold mask with the tusks coming off the top. All looks excellent. Looks like he's holding the blade there. As before with previous Badlands figures, I don't think this illuminates. I think this is just some fancy camera work. And maybe a paint application on there to give it that red glowing look, but the hands look excellent. Let's zip on to the next shot. Now we're really starting to see this figure. Now the detailing, yeah, gotta say, proportionally, as I mentioned before, proportions are on point, screen accuracy is there, and this outfit looks absolutely exceptional. Let's start with the base. They've gone for a mundane base here. They've gone for that sort of semi-hexagonal base that we've seen a lot with Hot Toys. You've got the nameplate on the front, says Predator Badlands, Father Predator. Not awfully keen on this. I would have liked to have seen some kind of mini diorama with this particular figure. This and the Deccan Thia really do cry out for a diorama base. Maybe something that, you know, not dissimilar to other Predator figures that we've seen with the classic Predator, the Jungle Hunter Predator, even the Prey Predator, the Feral Predator had a mini diorama, even though it was way too small in my opinion. I think these figures really do cry out for it. Would like to have seen one, but that doesn't detract from the figure itself. The figure looks phenomenal. I'm going to lean in here just to check out some of the detailing. Yeah, the armour to give it that metallic look, paint applications, sculpting look on point. There is some weathering on there, but not a huge amount. This loincloth, I'm hoping they're going to go material. The sculpted plastic one doesn't work for me. The classic Jungle Hunter Predator had the cloth and it looks really effective. The Feral Predator didn't, and it doesn't look good. It looks cheap when you get up close and personal with it, but looking in here, I'm not 100% certain what we're looking at. Is it plastic? Is it material? We'll have to wait and see, but the detailing looks phenomenal, as does the weathering. Moving up, you've got the shoulder armor, the chest armor all looks excellent and on point. You've got the two blades, the twin blades there that are glowing blue. The sword itself looks very, very accurate as well, as does this sort of hide animal fur cape that's flowing in the background, so I'm going to assume it's wired. On to the next one. Very similar here. I've got to say, Hot Toys have been a bit lazy with these photos. You could really, really go to town here. I can't wait to see the vlogger photos when this is actually released. Not sure of the release date. I will double check that and put it in the description below. But overall, yeah, detailing looks great, proportions look on point. That head looks amazing, it really does. Love the white dreadlock look. I think it just works for this very old, very grizzled, very veteran Predator. And once again, loving the face mask and the helmet with the tusks on there. Now the helmet comes off and we get to see that phenomenal head sculpt for the first time. Got to say, I am very impressed with this. Hoping that the paint applications don't fall down the way they did on the feral Predator. Hopefully they'll be a little bit more precise, a little bit more accurate, but the proportions look superb here. They really do. Got to say, I'm very impressed. I was on the fence when the Deck and Thia were announced, but now they've announced this one. I think it's not dissimilar to the Alien line for me. I find that I love the Alien concept and the Predator concept so much that sometimes I will pick up these figures even if they're not from my most favourite of movies, just because I like to see the evolution of the character itself. But yeah, phenomenal work there. Back with the helmet on in a fighting pose with that sword there. The blades look very good indeed, as do the gauntlets. Now, am I seeing a fold? I think that fold there rather isn't the skin, but the leather-like sleeves that he's got going on underneath. We've got the beads hanging down here on the left-hand side that have been attached to the antlers themselves. Those antlers look really well painted to give them that organic look. We've got the plasma caster on the shoulder there, obligatory obviously, but overall, yeah, very impressive figure, this one. And just wait till you get to the size of this thing. It is in scale. Sword once again, I think we're looking at, yeah, just a super highly reflective red paint application there to give it that glowing look. And the detailing in that fur cape look absolutely excellent. Can't fault it, as does the paint application on that mask. Hope we get a close-up of that mask. Super impressive shot, this one, from down below, looking up, and we're getting close to seeing that head sculpt. Detailing looks great, as with all Hot Toys armoured figures 90% of the time. The detailing, the shading, the paint applications are all on point. You've got pits and dinks in there to give it that metallic look, and then those washers at the edges to give it that used look, sort of standard with Hot Toys, but all the detailing looks absolutely on point. Loving the two beard sections that have been tied off underneath the chin there as well. On to the next. Now, a close-up of this head sculpt. I'm very impressed, I am. The wrinklings there, yeah, the wrinkling on this character, obviously to denote the age. Very old Predator here, and they've caught that really well, all in the crest on the forehead here, in those spike sections around the crown. The eyes look super glassy, on point and in proportion. Loving what they've done with these mandibles here. Now I'm gonna put my neck on the chopping block here and say I think this looks better mandible wise and head sculpt and paint application wise than the feral Predator did. Those teeth look phenomenal, painted to give them that ivory look with the weathering where it meets the actual mandibles itself. Wet look paint applications, lots of shading going on there, and yeah, overall looks superb. Now, whether this is a split mandible or one solid one, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously this is going to have to come off so that the face mask can go on, so it'll be interesting to see. I cannot see any join lines here, maybe just there. If you can see that where the cursor is right now, looks like there might be some seam lines there, so maybe it's in two parts as with the classic Predator, and those come off so that the mask can go on. We'll have to probably wait and see on that. Maybe see that in the all shot with the accessories at the end, but these dreads look superb. Really sort of almost perfect white, but just slightly off with the gold braids in there. Looking phenomenal, really is. I'm impressed. Once again, we've got a shot of him holding the sword. We're getting a side view of that head sculpt. Quills. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who are very picky about their Predator quills. Now this guy's sort of got them on his face and extending back to his the crown, the back of his head, which is screen accurate. I think caught those really well with the detailing and the sculpt there. That super scaly old wrinkly skin, all chef's kiss here, and that chain around the chest area as well. On to the next. This is where the shots get a little bit lazy. We've got 2 or 3 here which pretty much are identical, just taken from ever such a slightly different angle, which you know, really, as I say, going to be a vlogger's dream, this one. Maybe could have done a little bit better with the photos, but yeah, overall detailing is there. I am going to have to assume that this is sculpted plastic over some kind of material. And the hands looking very good. There were some issues with the feral predator hands. Hopefully they've addressed those with the paint application. Those talons, the nails there, nice and black looking, and the hands look very detailed. So yeah, super imposing, super impressive. On to the next. Yeah, lazy shot here, pretty much the same shot but from a slightly different angle, but you get to feast your eyes on all the details that we've already mentioned. And that sword, the sculpting on that sword looks wonderful. Looks like you've got the Njohrr writing on there and the detailing in the hilt as well. On to the next. Yeah, pretty much identical to the last. Yeah, someone have a word with the photographer here. Detailing on the belt looks good. I'm hoping we see some leather on here, and there'll be 0 pleather. Fingers crossed on that one. But yeah, another impressive shot. Loving the backdrop there. Now we're getting close up on this face mask and helmet. I am very impressed with that. The detailing in that sculpted mouth area on the front, those grills on either side, the silver area under the eyes itself, and the non-symmetrical way that the eye section, above the eye section, lifts ever so slightly on this right hand side, all looking phenomenal. And the paint application on those tusks, as I mentioned before, is looking superb. That is some, if this is anything like the production model, it's going to be impressive. On to the next action shot here. We see those blue blades again, once again clutching the sword. And yeah, overall, I've got to say, it's looking very good indeed. But what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the movie? Will you be picking this up? Is it an easy pass for you? Are you a Pred fan? Let me know in the comment section. On to the next one. Close-up of the side of this super impressive mask. Yeah, once again, sculpt and detail there cannot be faulted, in my opinion. Even down to those little red highlights there in that grill on the left-hand side of the face. All nailed on here from Hot Toys. Now we get to the scale of this thing. This is a big figure. This is coming in at 37 centimeters. So yeah, it's going to be a hell of a centerpiece in anybody's Predator collection. We've got Deck on the right hand side here to give you some kind of scale to this, and Deck's no slouch. He's a big lad. I think this is going to be in the same size category as their Scorch Xenomorph that they've just released, which is coming up for review on the channel later today, so watch out for that. But yeah, looking super impressive there, and the proportions are on point. On to the next. Some of the fine details. We're getting a close-up of that of the bladed hilt in the wrist gauntlet there. I'm going to assume that these are press fit wrist blades. These. It says 2 styles of wrist blades: irregular and blood painted. Allow for multiple displays. So yeah, the blue ones being the blood covered ones. Liking that effect a lot, and working with the hand there as well. Yeah, I'm going to assume they just slot in and slot out, and will be plastic. It would have been nice to see metal, but it is what it is. And I would, if they're anything like the Prey ones, be super careful with them if you're picking this figure up. Have a tendency to snap really easily. But yeah, we're getting the close up of that sort of undersuit underneath the armor. I'm hoping that's going to be leather and not pleather. If that's pleather, I could have a wobbly, one of Mr. Go Figure's legendary wobblies. But on to the next. Yeah, now obviously we've got the purse system. pretty much comes as standard with every Hot Toys figure now. These eyes are so small, how much that's going to add to the figure, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we've had a Predator with an eyeball rolling system. Correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong. But yeah, we're getting closed mandibles and open mandibles, and I've got to say the overall impact of that head sculpt is amazing. It really, really is. The detailing, paint applications and sculpt, yeah, are all there for us to see. So yeah, interchangeable mandibles and separate eyeball rolling system. Some of the details again, more of the details here, and these are the armor sections on the left hand side, just to give you an idea of the detailing in the sculpt and paint application. I've got to say, it looks really, really good. The washes on there to give that bone look are very, very good. If it's anything like the photos, this could be up there with some of Hot Toys' best work, and the shading in those gauntlets as well. And it gives you some idea of the detailing and paint applications on that chest section on the right hand side as well. And finally, the all shot that we always get with Hot Toys. So, got a shot that we've already seen on the left hand side with him clutching the mask, a close up of the mask, obviously the interchangeable mandibles and the purse system for the eyes there. Detailing of that cloak as well. I would like to have seen a bigger picture of that to get an idea of what they're using there. Obviously it's meant to be sort of a strange mixture of fur and interwoven materials, but can't really see, so maybe I have to wait for that. And it doesn't mention whether that's actually a wired cape or not. I would like to see it wired, but yeah, covers all the detailing, the intricate detailing there. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swap out hands. So I'm going to be assuming that they're for the, we've got some open palm ones, some for gripping the weaponry and the sword in particular. And that base, maybe a bit of a letdown. Let me know, do you think the same? I'd be fascinated to hear. So that's it, folks. That is Hot Toys' take on the Father Predator from Predator Badlands. What are your thoughts on this particular figure? Are you a Predator fan? As I mentioned before, is it something that's an easy pass for you? Is it an instant pre-order for you? I think for me, yeah, I can see this finding its way into the collection. Initially, I was going to avoid the Badlands line, but I am such a purist for both the Alien universe and the Predator universe. I can see this landing with the Deck and Thia figures as well. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And that about wraps it up for this preview, folks. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, we've got plenty more previews, that's for sure, but we've got more reviews coming in from Hot Toys, Susu Toys, Present Toys, In Art, Caustic Plastic, Exo 6, Iconic Studios, as always, the list goes on. Next up for review, and as I mentioned earlier, this will be going up probably later today. We have the Hot Toys Scorch Xenomorph from Alien Romulus. That has literally just come through the door, and we'll be going in front of the camera as soon as we wrap this one up. So, as always, a massive thank you for watching. As I mentioned at the top there, be sure to drop a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. And until next time on the channel, a massive thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and happy collecting.